moment, a very important night for Anthony Crolla and Joe Gallagher. And as I said, everybody seems to be talking about this swan song and, you know, tears rolling down, but he's got a fight on Saturday night, so we're going to get into fight mode. Challenging for what will be his final title and what will be his final fight in Anthony Crolla on Saturday night. We're going to go firstly to the man who looks to end the story on a negative note for Anthony Crolla. Frank, welcome. I believe we're going to bring in a translator here. Okay, no problem. If you could just ask Frank that it's a big night for him. Everybody talking about Anthony Crolla, but of course he's here to win the fight on Saturday.
Hello. I'm so excited to fight here in Manchester City, a city where there's a lot of boxing fans. And for me, it's an honor. I'm proud to fight against a champion warrior as Anthony Crolla is, and I'm ready for the fight.
And final question is that we've seen you fight at a very high pace. So does Anthony Crolla. We expect a great fight between the two of you on Saturday.
Anthony Crolla is a good boxer with a lot of rhythm. The fight is going to be a nice fight for all the fans, and then it's going to see what happens in the ring. I'm going to do all my best, and let's hope goes everything all right.
Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we move on now to, I guess we could say, the dream team of Joe Gallagher and Anthony Crolla. And although, like I said, this is about the fight on Saturday night, I think it's only right to say a few words about Mr. Crolla, firstly from myself and Joe Gallagher. And I think that when you talk about, I think overachievement is sometimes a phrase that people can take the wrong way. But what it means is that you've put more work in than anybody else. You've got absolutely every drop out of your life and career that you could have done. And I think that's the best way to describe the career of Anthony Crolla. I remember being in Las Vegas for a fight, and we just managed to secure the Richard Abril fight for Anthony Crolla for the WBA world title. And to be honest with you, I couldn't believe that we'd managed to get a world title fight for Crolla, and I wasn't even sure he could win it. But we kind of done our job. Anthony Crolla had got a fight in Manchester for the world title, and I was so excited for him and for Joe Gallagher. And when Joe Gallagher called me that day to say that he fractured his skull and he broke his ankle, I couldn't believe it. I mean, one, because I knew I wouldn't get the deposit back from Manchester Arena, but secondly, and more importantly, I knew that the dream was over for Crolla. And we were gutted, and we weren't sure he'd ever fight again. The tenacity and the heart that he showed to even come back from that injury was incredible. And when we finally got the fight with Darlis Perez for the world title, I couldn't believe the performance from Anthony Crolla. I mean, he absolutely schooled Darlis Perez that night. And we got in the ring, and for all the people who say, oh, British fighters always get the rub of the green, matchroom fighters.
You can go down in history and you see fighters then, the split trainers, people getting their ears, there's always a falling out. You've seen it with Ricky, you've seen it with Naz. But for Anthony Crolla, there's one word for him, that's loyal. He's loyal to his fans. He's still going round yesterday, today, dropping his tickets off to his fans, that he's always done, his family. Just stable mates, he's been in the corner all the big fights, and also to me. When so many people were in his ear, when he loses, you need to lose this, and move, change trainers, but he didn't stuck with it. So to be able to do this last dance together, I'm hugely chuffed, proud, and as you said, Eddie, I've said it today with Colin, I think it'd be fitting for Anthony to be acknowledged and honoured in the Queen's Awards at the end of this year.
I agree, Jay, I agree, and I know your contacts, if you could drop her a text after. That'd be lovely.
I'm asking you for the system.
Crolla, you sort of laugh at things like that. I don't think you realise what you have achieved. It's going to be a special night on Saturday. I know you want to win so badly as well, and I guess looking back on your career, it wouldn't quite be the same if you didn't win on Saturday. great career, great moments, but you really must get this win to settle well going into retirement, and it's a must-win fight for you on Saturday.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for the kind words. Can't remember that last time people said so many nice things about me, but thank you. Yeah, Saturday night is so important to me. It means absolutely everything to go out there and finish my career in style, and a lot of respect for Frank. I think we're going to make Styles going to jail for a great fight, but it's one of them. Everyone keeps asking me about emotions and stuff like that, and I keep saying the same thing. I'm just trying not to think of it as my last fight, because then you start fighting with emotions, and boxing's a sport where you can't do that. It very rarely works out well. So I'm just going to treat it like any other fight. Like Joe said then, I've had a fantastic camp, and I can't wait for Saturday night. Like I say, there's a lot of things I'll miss about boxing, but it's been a huge part of my life, and it always will be. So that'll be no different. It'll just be the last time I walk on Saturday to that ring as a fighter.
How does the hunger play in, obviously knowing, like you say, that this is your last fight? You've got a guy, as Joe pointed out, who basically changed his career on Saturday night, had a very close fight with Edis Tatley. If he beats you, he's going to move into the world top 5 in virtually every governing body. You still have the hunger, even knowing that Sunday you're going to wake up as a retired fighter, still got the hunger to face these guys who are looking to change their life just like you did.
Without a doubt, and that makes, he's got everything to gain, and that for me is motivation on its own. I want to finish this career on a high. Saturday night was my last fight. I want to go out in style. I want to wake up Sunday morning and my mates saying, you've still got a lot left. That's what I want to happen, but it'll be the last time on Saturday night, and I'll always have that hunger. And as a fighter, you've even seen it with Nigel Benn recently, that hunger never really leaves you, but I feel that you've got to feed that hunger in other ways, and like I say, I'll help coaching the kids, I'll get a lot more involved in that. Maybe in time take a stable of fighters, and I don't know, help Joe around the gym, be amongst the lads, and that'll help you, but it never really leaves you. But you just have to deal with that the best you can. I mean, everyone on this table, no matter what they say, they love boxing in one way or another, and like I say, boxing's been so good to me, and I'm very thankful for what it's done for me, but now the time's right.
Thank you very much. Anthony Crolla, ladies and gentlemen.